and welcome to the prediction video for this year's Oscars, where Jay the Bald Guy and I are going to be using our mental telepathy powers to bring to you who is going to win, or who we think is going to win, because we don't really have mental telepathy powers.
No.
So, of course, joining me is Jay the Bald Guy, who...
Hello!
No doubt you've already seen his channel and subscribed. And if you haven't, I'll put a link to it at the end. Make sure you subscribe. If you don't, I'm coming for you. So, of course, the Academy Awards are coming up soon. That prestigious time of year where a whole bunch of people way more famous than us get little gold statues for doing great jobs. It's one step further than getting a certificate or a gold star or something on your mum's fridge.
Coming into 2018, how did you think, like, compared to last year? I mean, there was a few snafus last year.
There certainly were.
And there's a few snafus this year, but what do you think of the films, like, across the board?
Oh, look, I'm just glad that Boss Baby is finally getting the recognition it deserves. I mean, look, I haven't actually seen it, but I can only imagine that it's going to clean up.
Well, thankfully I've seen it, and I can completely go against everything you've just said there.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't blame you. No, look, the biggest snafu for me, of course, was The Disaster Artist not getting the recognition it deserves in certain categories, a la Best Actor, Best Picture, etc. But look, I'm going to get to that a little bit later. But look, overall, I mean, yeah, there were some really good movies. I actually got to see quite a few of them because I don't have a life. And we're going to discuss them right here, right now.
All right, strap yourself in, guys.
Alrighty, so I'm not going to do what I did last year. For last year's predictions video, I had like the posters appearing on screen with a little Oscar thing with our heads on them and stuff. Look, it took me about 9 months to edit that video, give or take. So this time around, just close your eyes and envision the movie posters as we read to you these nominees.
Either that, or if you've got services you'd like to offer for nothing to do these ones, stick your hand up.
Yeah. Oh, probably not. I'm just going to release this video anyway. So you're just going to have to stick with what I'm giving you. Okay. And we are going to be reading these backwards, not actually like verbatim backwards, but we're going to start with the categories from like the lower ones leading up to Best Picture. Yeah. Just to build the excitement up, because I know you want to know who we think is going to win Best Picture, but we're going to make you wait for it. Alrighty, so without further ado, we're going to start off with visual effects.
Okay.
This time around, and I'm not going to read out the names of the people, because there's a lot of names on this thing, and I just can't be bothered.
You'll forget by the time we're done. So.
Exactly. Who knows who Gerd Nefzer is, anyway? Like, he probably doesn't even know himself. But the visual effects movies that have been nominated are Blade Runner 2049, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Kong Skull Island, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and War for the Planet of the Apes.
Alright, so this is a very, very hotly contested category. And I've got to say, almost all of them, I suppose all of them are deserving.
And all of them had visual effects.
I'm torn on this one. I think it's a really, really good category.
So you got to say who you think is going to win and who you would like to win, if they're two different things.
Who I think and who I would like to win are going to be the same thing.
Ooh,
for me,
controversy.
For me, it is War for the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, is that right?
Absolutely. That film was not only deep enough in its own emotional state, but the effects were flawless, and it's just set the standard again.
I actually have to agree. I'm going War for the Planet of the Apes as well, mainly because, those monkeys look so damn real, aside from the fact that none of them actually threw their own feces at anyone. And just the fact that they made them so lifelike. Like, you actually had so much emotion and character coming out of these computer-generated things. So, I totally agree with that one. So, there you go. Visual effects, War for the Planet of the Apes. Moving on to costume design. The designing of costumes, for those who don't know what that is. Starting off, we have Beauty and the Beast, The Darkest Hour, Phantom Thread, The Shape of Water, and Victoria and Abdul. Look, I've only seen two of these movies, Beauty and the Beast and The Shape of Water. I wanted to see The Darkest Hour, just haven't gotten around to it. Phantom Thread looks boring as hell.
Yeah.
And Victoria and Abdul, no idea, really.
Yeah, well, look, for this category, I would like to see The Shape of Water. get this one. I thought the period costumes were very well done. I have a feeling it's going to go to Phantom Thread.
Is that right?
Yeah, because
Wow.
it just... The timing of that film coming out is sort of like... It's been very ideal for it. Again, being in Australia, it's only just come out here. I'm not enticed to see it because, you know, unless I want to take a nap. But...
It might be really good.
It might be really good.
Just saying that the marketing, though, like we saw the trailer before The Shape of Water, and Jay here had to give me a few shoves, like with the elbow, just to make sure I was awake. Because,
dude, it's just the trailer.
Yeah.
So overall, I think Phantom Thread is going to take it, but I'd love to see Shape of Water get it.
Yeah. Well, I honestly think Beauty and the Beast is going to win this one. Not just because it's one of the few that I've actually seen, but from what I did see, the costume design in that was absolutely incredible. And just, had such a fantastical element to it. You know, it was Look, so that's the one I'm going for, and I would probably like to see that one win as well. So there you go. Alrighty, something that we do not have on this show is makeup and hair. Well, I have hair. He doesn't have hair, but we don't have anyone to style the hair. This right here, I do it myself. The Oscar goes to me.
Well, likewise, I've got to do it myself as well. It's less about the style, but more so reducing the amount of shine.
Alrighty, so the nominees are The Darkest Hour, Victoria and Abdul, and Wonder. And I have not seen any of these movies.
No, likewise for myself. I haven't seen any of these ones.
But look, I'm going to say Darkest Hour for this one because just the fact that they changed Gary Oldman so significantly into somebody else. I showed someone recently a picture of Gary Oldman in the Winston Churchill makeup and without it. And my God, I mean, you could tell from the shape of the eyes and the shape of the mouth that it was Gary Oldman, but like... Overall, that was an incredible job.
No, I think we're on the same page on this one. I both think it's going to get it, and I would like to see it get it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That was easy. All right. Original song. We have Mighty River from Mudbound.
Never heard it.
Mystery of Love from Call Me By Your Name.
Never heard it.
Remember Me from Coco.
He's heard it.
I have, many times. Stand Up for Something from Marshall.
Never heard it.
And This Is Me from The Greatest Showman.
Heard it too many fucking times.
Oh, there you go. I've seen Coco. I've seen The Greatest Showman.
I think it's going to come down to those two.
It's going to come down to those two. It's going to be a steel cage match between the people who sang it and wrote it. I don't know.
I personally think it's going to go to This Is Me because of the involvement from the previous writers for La La Land.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that momentum will keep going for them.
Exactly. It's like, oh, I worked on La La Land. Oh, here you go. Here's an Oscar. Yeah.
No, wait, there's a mistake. No, we'll take it back.
Yeah, it's like, you worked on La La Land, you get a delivery in the post. It's like, oh, it's another Oscar. That just sent me one randomly because I made a nice lunch.
So look, that's the one I'm going for. I think
Well, I'm gonna just say Remember Me, just to have some rivalry
Let's
here.
do that. Let's do it.
Yeah, some friendly rivalry, so we don't actually have to beat each other up. I was gonna say off. Whoops.
No,
we don't have to beat each other off or up. Oh God. Anyway,
cut.
No, I'm going to leave that in. I'm going with Remember Me. But I loved Coco. Look, it was my second favorite movie of last year, so I'm representing Pixar here. Next one, we have original score. This has nothing to do with getting laid. We have Dunkirk by Hans Zimmer, Phantom Thread by Johnny Greenwood, The Shape of Water by Alexandre Desplat, Star Wars The Last Jedi by our homeboy Johnny Williams, and 3 Billboards Outside by Carter Burwell. I still can't say that damn title.
If we had this one subtitled, I apologise.
Yeah, good luck with that. What are your thoughts?
Well, again, a very, very hotly contested category. I'm going to... okay. I want The Shape of Water to win. Every time Desplat, I'm not too sure the pronunciation.
Desplat.
But every time he's composed, it's been great. It's always been a wonderful, memorable score.
True.
I think it's going to be between that one and Dunkirk because the Academy tends to love Hans Zimmer.
They do.
As well. So
even though that score was just full of tick-tock, and weird noises.
It was a wonderful experimental score. So I like that it broke the mold and it did do something different. But at the same time, is it really just a score or a collection of sound effects put to a beat? So, look, I think Dunkirk is going to get it, but I'd love Shape of Water to get it.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, I personally think The Shape of Water is going to get it because I really remember that score. Like, especially in the scenes, it was one of those things that I was really paying attention to the score. You know, sometimes background music, it enhances the scene, but you don't really focus on it. Whereas that score, I really dug it. I'd like to see John Williams win for Star Wars, but it's just not going to happen because it's Star Wars and the Academy just, it's like, we'll include you, Johnny W., but you're not going to win, I think The Shape of Water is going to win that.
Okay, fantastic.
Moving on to production design, which, if you've been following my channel, you know is something that quite often I talk about in my reviews because I really feel this is an important element to bringing a film to life, is good production design. It's, kind of an underrated element of the filmmaking process. But
shout out to the PDs, production designers.
Yeah. All right, so the nominees. Yeah, we did notice what you did with those movies. So the nominees are Beauty and the Beast by some people, Blade Runner 2049, The Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, and The Shape of Water. I know which one you're going to pick. You're just all over The Shape of Water.
I am, but I don't think it's going to take this one out. That's my pick. It's what I want to win, but it's going to come down to between Beauty and the Beast and Blade Runner 2049 for me. And because they're both such wonderful, fantastical sets, and they've served the movies so well, it's hard to pick a favourite between the two. I think Blade Runner 2049 is going to take this one, but I would love Shape of Water to win. Look, I'm having a hard time deciding this one as well, because all of them did fantastic jobs. Even Dunkirk, which I wasn't a big fan of the movie, but to recreate World War II in such an authentic way was remarkable. I'm going with Blade Runner as well on this one. Again, a movie that I wasn't a huge fan of, and please don't hate me, please don't click unsubscribe. I did like it, I just didn't love it. But that being said, the production design on it was absolutely amazing. I'd probably like to see Beauty and the Beast win, I think, because, that, again, just looked incredible, and the amount of work that would have gone into making that film was phenomenal. But, I'm thinking Blade Runner as well for that one, so lock it in. Alrighty, moving on to Wicca sound mixing, which has nothing to do with turntables. For this category, we have Baby Driver, Blade Runner 2049, Dunkirk, The Shape of Water, and Star Wars The Last Jedi. Baby Driver, Baby Driver, Baby Driver, Baby Driver. Oh, a bit of a subtle bias.
Sorry, what?
There.
What's that? What's
subtle bias that I project there?
No, what? Yeah. No, look, I think Baby Driver should win its sound categories because that movie was so heavily focused on the element of sound. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to come down between, I think, that or The Shape of Water, because the sound design on The Shape of Water was absolutely incredible. So
it's
but that being said, I'm got to make sure I don't get sound mixing and sound editing mixed up here.
But in sound mixing, I would like to see Baby Driver take this one, and I think it will. Yeah,
look, I'm going to go with Baby Driver for this one as well because, it was such a unique film in the fact that it did heavily play on its sound design and stuff. Yeah. So, there you go, Baby Driver. You can win that one just from us. There's an Oscar for you. So the next one is sound editing, which we have up for grabs on that one. Baby Driver, Blade Runner 2049, Dunkirk, The Shape of Water, and The Last Jedi, which I'm pretty sure were the ones I just read. Actually,
it's the same 5 films.
It is the exact same 5, so there you go.
In that case, you've pretty much got to roll with the same prediction, because I think Baby Driver's going to take that one out as well.
Well, I don't, Jay the Bald Guy. Controversy.
What will it be?
It's going to be The Shape of Water, because there were so many moments in that film that I really noticed the sound editing. Yeah. Particularly one scene where two people are having a bit of sexy time on a bed, and the squeaking and banging of the bed, then when it faded into the next scene, which was inside sort of an industrial area, and it faded into the sound of the machinery in the background, and I just thought that was genius, because like I was in the next scene thinking, why am I still hearing the bed squeaking? But then I realized it was actually the mechanisms and stuff, and I just thought that was so clever, and I was like, you know what? You can have an Oscar because you did that. So I'm going with The Shape of Water for that one.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah. Well, next we have film editing, which is something that we know a bit about because, we've done that before.
Yep.
So for this one, we have Baby Driver.
Yep.
We have Dunkirk.
Yep.
We have I, Tonya. The Shape of Water. And 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Yes, that's right. I can say it when I read it. I'm going with Shape of Water on this one.
Going for Shape of Water?
I'm going for The Shape of Water because I know ordinarily, they say that good editing is editing that you don't even notice. But this one, I did notice it, but in a good way. There were a lot of cuts that just worked really well. And on a technical level, I thought the editing in that film was actually quite good. Baby Driver, I'd probably like to see Baby Driver win that one. I actually just watched that again a couple of nights ago. And, it's an Edgar Wright film. Obviously, the editing in it was superlative, but... So I'd like to see Baby Driver win, but I think The Shape of Water is going to win.
So my prediction on that one is that I think Baby Driver should win, and I think Baby Driver will win.
Hey, there you go. Well, I hope you're right.
I hope so too.
Alrighty, next
That's the whole point of this thing.
The next category is the best foreign language film. I don't know what accent that was. It was kind of Italian with maybe some Serbian.
Is there an Italian film in there?
No, there's not.
No, so there wasn't much point doing that with an Italian accent.
Hey, look, it's a foreign language. It doesn't matter. So we have A Fantastic Woman from Chile. That's the name of the film, by the way. There's not just this fantastic woman who's nominated. The Insult from Lebanon. And again, that's the name of the film. It wasn't like that bad a film.
That bad. You're thinking of The Room.
No. We have Loveless from Russia, On Body and Soul from Hungary, and The Square from Sweden. Alrighty, so those are the foreign language nominees. How many of these have you seen? I'm guessing all of them.
Oh, of course I've seen. Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Yeah, I haven't.
I've seen them all.
I haven't seen any of them.
No. Okay, fuck it. I haven't seen any of these.
Yeah. Look, it's not because we don't love foreign films. Some of the best movies out there have got little words down the bottom that you get to read.
Living books.
They are living books. That's a brilliant way of describing it. But, look, we haven't seen these, so...
This is potluck.
It is. Which one are you thinking is going to win this much-deserved Oscar?
Okay, here we go. I'm thinking, at the state of things right now, for America to hold its diplomatic relations with Russia, I think it's going to go to Loveless.
Oh, wow. So we're going back to the Cold War era on this one?
We'll go for that one.
Love it. Well, for me personally, I'm going with The Square from Sweden, mainly because I've got family who live over there, and if you guys are watching, which you're probably not, you should be. Yes. So there you go.
In which case you've missed all that, so it's all good.
Yeah. Sucks to be you. Best live-action short film.
Okay.
We have... DeKalb Elementary, The 11 O'Clock, My Nephew Emmett, The Silent Child, and Watu Wote / All of Us. What are you thinking? Again, haven't seen any of them.
Haven't had a chance to see all these ones yet. I'm actually going to go for The 11 O'Clock because it's Australian.
Well, there you go. What better reason to go with that one? I'm going to go with The Silent Child.
As if there's one of those.
Yeah, because that was just the first one I just glanced at. So, what better reason to give you an Oscar than I just happened to read your name? So there you go. You win, Silent Child. Best documentary short subject. We have Edith plus Eddie. No idea what that equates to, but I'm sure it's something great. Heaven is a traffic jam on the 405. Heroin, in brackets with an E, clever. Knife Skills and Traffic Stop. I'm sensing a traffic theme going on with a couple of these. Look, I'm going to go with Heroin, in brackets E, Is that actually how you'd say that name? Like heroin in brackets E?
Well, yeah, it would be.
Heroin, parentheses E. I'm going with that one because I know it could be, you know, so I kind of like dark, gritty subject matter.
It looks like it comes across like an addict recovery story. They've obviously made to.
It could
they've
be
risen up and they've had to put it all behind them, and otherwise it's.
Or it could be the complete opposite. It could be about someone who's
fallen into heroin.
Yeah, was a CEO of a major corporation and has just plummeted. And here's a documentary about how.
Either way, the name looks cool, so I'm going for that one.
I'm going for that one. So there you go. Alrighty, next up we've got Best Documentary Feature. We have Abacus, small enough to jail, because most abacuses would be. Faces Places, not Feces Places. Icarus, The Last Men in Aleppo, and Strong Island. Whoa!
Not to be confused with Kong Island.
No, it's Strong Cull Island. No, it's not. Anyway.
It's not even that.
No, forget I said that. What are you thinking? Best documentary feature?
Well, let's go for Faces Places because it rhymes.
I want to go with Faces Places as well, just in case the person who's announcing it makes the same mistake I did and says Feces Pleases. So that would be awesome. Alrighty, enough of that. Oh dear, attack of the piece of paper.
Next one.
Next one is cinematography, something that this guy might know a little bit about in case you haven't followed us before. This guy is an award-winning cinematographer. He knows his way around a camera is what I'm trying to say. Alrighty, so for cinematography we have Blade Runner 2049 by the amazing Roger Deakins, Darkest Hour by the amazing Bruno Del Bonnell, Dunkirk by the amazing Hoyt van Hoytema, Mudbound by the amazing Rachel Morrison, and The Shape of Water by the amazing Dan Laustsen.
And I sense a theme with all those nominees.
So do I. There's a lot of cinematographers on here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Look, firstly, congratulations to Rachel Morrison for making a bit of history.
Yes.
Well done.
Well done, Rachel Morrison. You deserve the Oscar just for making history.
Now, look, as far as what's actually going to win, I would like to see The Shape of Water get this one. I thought it was incredibly well shot. Everything in that film just looked beautiful.
It really did.
But, and this isn't a bad thing,
no, it's not.
I think it's going to go to Roger Deakins.
Oh.
At long last, I think he needs to be rewarded for the influence he's had on cinema over so long. So,
I'd
like to see Shape of Water get it, but I think it's going to go to Blade Runner.
I'm pretty sure just you know, he's had his reward just by being in a job. By being gainfully employed. But anyway, look, I'm probably going to go with Blade Runner on this one as well. That was a spectacular looking film, and every review that came out of this film was highlighting the cinematography as one of the main things on that one. So while everybody did a great job and deserves a unanimous round of applause, I do think that Roger Deakins is going to bring home the shiny gold statue.
Yes.
Alrighty, next up we have original screenplay.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, we have The Big Sick, we have Get Out, Lady Bird, The Shape of Water, oh no.
Say it all.
3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yes, he got it.
Yay!
Nice.
Oh God. Look.
Now, this is really... The big surprise here, for me, was Jordan Peele being nominated for Get Out.
Absolutely.
Because usually films in that genre are completely overlooked, despite their cleverness, but this one had a lot to say beyond...
A lot of social commentary.
Yeah, so I give it points for that one. But I think this is where we're going to start to see a little bit of Oscar bias coming into it. I mean, what do I think will win? What would I like to win? I'd like to see Get Out, Get It.
Right. As
a show of, look, a different film can be, you know, more than just a horror film.
Yeah.
It can actually say something. This is where I think the political bias is going to come into it. I actually think that Lady Bird's going to win. And that's not because it's better, but I just think that Lady Bird is that film that everyone's going to rave about at the last minute. And it's always the little independent films that tend to get these nods.
Absolutely.
In light of, you know, not getting the bigger ones.
Yeah.
So that's what I think is going to happen.
Look, I have similar opinions. I do think Lady Bird is going to get it. I don't want it to get it because I wasn't a big fan of the film. I know I am in an extreme minority, and doing a review of that film was very difficult, but I do think it probably will win it. I would like to see Three Billboards Outside win it, though, because I just thought that was a cracker of a script. It was so funny. Like, it was laugh out loud, hilariously funny. I just loved it so much. So I'd like to see Three Billboards Outside win it, but I do think Lady Bird is going to be taking home the gold this time round. And so next up we have Adapted Screenplay. This is a screenplay that was abandoned by its parents and taken up for adoption by someone else, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what it means.
Sure, why not?
It is now. Call Me By Your Name, The Disaster Artist, Logan, Molly's Game, and Mudbound.
Now, the surprise here was Logan. And not to say that's a bad thing.
No.
Good on it for getting in there.
But I think it transcended being just like another X-Men movie. Like, it was a very, it was a grown-ups movie, basically. Yeah. I haven't seen Call Me By Your Name yet. I really want to.
No, I think it's only just being released in Australia.
Okay, right. So. Yeah, no, I'm keen to see that one. I really want to see Molly's Game as well. Actually, the only two I've seen on here were The Disaster Artist and Logan.
Okay.
I'm going to go with The Disaster Artist. I do have a lot of bias towards that film, being that it was my number one film of last year, but at the same time, it was a brilliant script. The fact that they not only highlighted, the making of this movie that is so infamous, but I just thought it was a really warm tale of friendship and had amazing characters and stuff like that. So I'm going to go with The Disaster Artist on that one.
Okay, well, look, my prediction and what I would like to win is one and the same. I actually think it's going to go to Molly's Game.
Oh!
Because at the moment, again, it's one of those films that I think has just come out at exactly the right time. Hollywood loves Aaron Sorkin.
They do.
For what he does. And because
and so do we.
It's his first directing film as well, so he's taken it up a notch, and they love him for that at the moment as well. So I think that's got enough legs to give him an Oscar for that one.
Yeah, I'm really keen to see that movie. So yeah, I will have to do that soon. That's what I have to do. Next up, we have animated short. So the nominees are Dear Basketball, Garden Party, Lou, Negative Space, and Revolting Rhymes. I haven't seen any of these films, so I don't know what I'm talking about right now.
No, unfortunately, neither have I. So this will be a potluck category as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Which one are you going for?
Why not Revolting Rhymes?
Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards that one as well, just because it kind of sounds revolting. So, yeah.
I'd love to sort of, hear an Oscar acceptance, start with Revolting Rhymes.
Yes, absolutely. And the winner is Revolting Rhymes. I don't know why they'd be talking like that. Next up, we have Animated Feature.
Alrighty.
And we all know who's going to win this one, don't we? So we have The Boss Baby. Yes! The Breadwinner. Coco. The Boss Baby. Ferdinand. Loving Vincent. And The Boss Baby!
Son of a bitch!
So what do you... Oh, there you are. Hello. Welcome back to the show.
I'm back now.
What do you think about this? The nominees for this year's Best Animated Feature?
What have we got there? We've got 5 nominees?
Yes, we do.
I'm sure there's 4 very deserving films in there.
Oh, come on. I'm sure Ferdinand wasn't that bad.
Maybe there's 3 deserving films in there. Seriously, I don't know what they were on when these nominations came out. And
look, admittedly, I haven't seen The Boss Baby, but just from what I've heard about it,
so I can't speak for Ferdinand.
No,
so I haven't seen that one, but I have had the misfortune of seeing The Boss Baby, and it was unpleasant.
That's putting it nicely.
Oh, okay. It was fucking unpleasant. There you go. So. Yeah, I don't know why it got in there, absolutely. But on but on the opposite side of it, I also had the privilege of seeing Loving Vincent. Now that's the one I want to win, and hopefully it's the one I think will win.
Oh,
because not only because of the technique involved of putting the film together, which was just jaw-dropping, but it's an engaging movie that holds your attention. It doesn't rely on the technique, to sort of say, oh, the movie's shit, but we did it like this.
Right.
So give us an Oscar.
Yeah.
The film on the whole is great. Really, really enjoyed it. And it's a one-of-a-kind technique to use. And I think you'll probably see other films hopefully emulate that in years to come. So I want Loving Vincent to win, and I hopefully think they will give it to Loving Vincent. If they give it to Boss Baby, oh gosh, stand by for the best rant video of all time.
Alrighty, well, look, yeah, I mean, phew, Loving Vincent sounds amazing. I haven't seen it, so I can't really say too much. But Coco, it's a Pixar film. If you put a Pixar film into the mix, it's going to win. I know it's up to, you know, for some heavy competition there with the Boss Baby. I mean, the people at Pixar right now must be going, oh my god, we're probably not going to win this year.
Or they're just as stumped as we are.
Yeah, that too. But no, look, aside from the fact that it's a Pixar film, though, Coco was an extraordinary film. And yeah, I think that is going to win Best Animated Feature. Next up, we have the Best Director. The director who did the best job out of all of the directors this year, last year. So we have Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan. We have Get Out, Jordan Peele. We have Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig. Phantom Thread by Paul Thomas Anderson, and The Shape of Water by Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, that was beautiful.
It was beautiful,
well done.
just like his movies. Yeah, look,
This is a really hotly contested category.
Yeah, I've got two that I would like to see win. Obviously, Jordan Peele. I mean, we're both huge Key and Peele fans and cannot believe that Jordan Peele has, like, you know, gone on to do such amazing things now. Guillermo del Toro, of course, is, like, just such a genius. Everything, nearly everything he does.
Almost everything he's done has just been...
spot on. Exactly. I watched him do his gardening once, and it was just amazing. I didn't really. I just made that up.
Guillermo del Gardener.
Guillermo del Gardener. But I think Greta Gerwig is going to win for Lady Bird just because everyone loves Lady Bird. Lady Bird.
Well, it's funny you bring this up because... Unfortunately, if they weren't going to give Christopher Nolan the Oscar for Inception, it's not going to happen for Dunkirk. No. So I can't see him winning this one.
Sorry, Chris.
Again, congrats to Jordan Peele. Fantastic work. It's really, really awesome. Paul Thomas Anderson, he could be a dark horse because, again, people are loving Phantom Thread at the moment.
Yeah, he could be if he had 4 legs, a big bushy tail, and was
a horse.
Black fur.
So, look, I'm with you with this one. I'd love to see Guillermo del Toro...
You got to say it properly.
Oh, Guillermo del Toro.
That was brilliant.
No, it wasn't.
No.
But I want him to get it for Shape of Water. It was such a beautiful story, and in the hands of not a lesser director, but a different director who couldn't just mould such a fantastically believable story, even with out of this world stuff. But it's all just so beautiful. You forgive it. It's so. I want him to get it. But again, I think Greta Gerwig's going to take this one. Does she deserve it? No. I'm just going to put it out there straight up. Because
and it's nothing to do with feminism or anything like that.
It's nothing like that. It's just...
We're big feminists. If we were any more feminismistic, we'd have vaginas.
Starting with him. But I just think Lady Bird is that film that people are making a fuss over.
Exactly.
That might not be worthy of the hype.
No.
And that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. Alrighty, next up we have Best Supporting Actress, the best actress who supported the film. We have Mary J. Blige for Mudbound, Alison Janney for I, Tonya, Leslie Manville for The Phantom Thread, Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird, and Octavia Spencer for The Shape of Water.
Alright, now...
Who are you thinking?
It's not because of a bias towards a performance, but... Everything's pointing towards Alison Janney.
It is.
Everything is pointing towards it.
Yes, and I got to see I, Tonya recently, and she was extraordinary in that. The
one thing I notice in the supporting actress categories is, it doesn't happen all the time, but it's a pattern that I've seen. Whichever supporting character tends to be the most hurtful or abusive or just so bent on bringing down our main character, they're the ones that get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I find is the...
But Laurie Metcalf was kind of that way in Lady Bird as well. Look, I think I'd actually like to see Octavia Spencer get it. I thought she was remarkable in The Shape of Water.
She was awesome in it, yeah.
Yeah, but it is going to come down between Alison Janney and Laurie Metcalf, I think. I think Alison Janney is going to get this one.
Yeah, I think so too.
And deservedly so. Like, she did do a really good job in I, Tonya. So, that's who I think is going to win that one. There you go. Alrighty, Best Supporting Actor, the best actor who supported the film. And that's not someone who just goes out and like hands out flyers saying, go see the film. Like, they really supported it. So we have Willem Dafoe for The Florida Project, Woody Harrelson for 3 Billboards Outside Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water, Christopher Plummer for All the Money in the World, and Sam Rockwell for, God damn it, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Alrighty, who are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking that Woody Harrelson and Sam Rockwell are in the middle of like the biggest arm wrestle at the moment for that one.
They sure are.
But hey, good on them for being nominated.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to see Richard Jenkins take this one. And I think it will go to him because his performance in that movie was so subtle but beautiful and painful. No one does that sort of combination better than him.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Look, I'm going with Sam Rockwell on this one. I don't know. Yeah, I agree with what you said about Richard Jenkins, but Sam Rockwell also brought this kind of naivety and sort of a je ne sais quoi to his character.
All right.
So I think Sam Rockwell's going to win it for this one, and I'd like to see him get it as well.
Cool.
Next up, we have a lead actress. I don't even know what that means. I prefer my actresses unleaded. Oh, lead actress, never mind you.
As opposed to E10 actress.
Yes, exactly. So we have Sally Hawkins for The Shape of Water, Frances McDormand for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I'm fine if I read it. Margot Robbie for I, Tonya.
It's pronounced Saoirse.
Saoirse Ronan, not Saoirse Ronan, for Lady Bird, whatever her name is. And Meryl Streep for The Post.
Now, Meryl Streep, it's not like you've been nominated before.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. Meryl, what are you doing? Come on, let everyone else have their time to shine. Look, I was going with Frances McDormand for 3 Billboards, etc. But that was before I saw I, Tonya recently, and it's not just because Margot Robbie is from our hometown. Like, right now, where we're coming to you from is Robbie Land, if you want to call it. It's kind of braggable, so that's why I'm throwing it out there.
No, it is braggable. It's totally braggable.
Yeah, it is. But no, she delivered an amazing performance in that. And I just got to say on a side note, it is really awesome to see someone from our hometown who's now like a Hollywood A-list actress.
Up against Meryl Streep for an Oscar.
Yeah, and who deserves to be as well. I mean, she's such a great actress. So, I love what she brought to that movie. And I not only want her to win, but I think she is going to win as well.
Fantastic. That's
I know.
Really cool. My choice is a little different. I would love to see Sally Hawkins win for The Shape of Water.
Yep.
She put in, just a gobsmackingly awesome performance.
And she was naked.
Which for 95% of it was wordless.
Yeah.
It was just so well done, and she articulated so much just with her eyes. Sign language, of course, made up for the rest of it, but it was just a beautiful performance. As good as it was, I don't think she's going to get it. I think it is going to go to Frances McDormand. Only because of just the momentum that film has built for her. And yeah, that's just my prediction for that one. So, but good on you, Margot Robbie.
Absolutely.
We are fans. We are fans.
And we're proud of you.
Like our pages.
Return my call. Anyway, we're coming up to the last one. So, second last, we have the lead actor.
Yes.
Oh, don't get me started.
Here we go.
All right, so we have Timothée Chalamet for Call Me By Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis for The Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out, Gary Oldman for The Darkest Hour, and Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire.
All right.
Now, look, reading through this list of nominees, I couldn't help noticing that there's no sign of one Mr. James Franco anywhere. Now, when I saw The Disaster Artist last year, I said to a lot of people, if he's not at least nominated for best lead actor thingy, I was going to boycott the Oscars.
Oh,
I'm probably not, but because I'm not really a man of convictions. But yeah, I'm just really disappointed because that performance was, to me, the best male performance I saw last year.
I've got to say the same. Yeah, even just between the two of them, both James and Dave Franco.
Yeah, I know you weren't a big
great
fan of the film, but you got to admit,
but the performances kept you going.
Yeah, he transcended being James Franco and became Tommy Wiseau. And anytime an actor can convincingly become someone as weird as Tommy Wiseau, from the accent to the mannerisms, everything, I am really disappointed that he wasn't nominated on there. But there you go, rant over. What are you thinking?
There's no surprises here. It's going to be Gary Oldman, without a doubt, and I'd like to see him win that as well because
about time.
He's established, such a wonderful amount of work over the years. It's well earned, and I think it's going to go to him.
Yeah, look, we're just going to keep this one simple. Gary Oldman. Walk up to that stage, grab that statue, just grab it, own that moment, deliver us an amazing speech that is going to inspire us to be better people, and we love you.
See, now he's just going to walk up there, take the statue, and like hightail from Police Academy, lead into the microphone. Thanks. And then just walk out.
Actually, that would be amazing. Alrighty, and last of all, we have Best Picture.
Alright, this is the big one.
This is the big one. This is the Best Picture that was released in 2017. Better than all the rest.
Now, all I hope for this one.
Boss Baby. That's out of your system now, is it?
I am composed.
Excellent. Alrighty, so for our nominees for Best Picture, we have Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, The Shape of Water, and
Say it all.
3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Yay! Alrighty,
So as I was saying before, the one thing I do hope that they get right this year is the fucking envelope.
Yeah, because if they come and go, the best movie is Phantom Thread, everyone's going, no.
I think by then everyone will know, no, that's bullshit.
Yeah, or if they get the Best Picture, it's like, Boss Baby, sit down, just don't go away.
I reckon they'll probably make a joke of it.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
They'll have the person, come out to read the nominees, probably surrounded maybe by 4 or 5 people in suits, like bodyguards, protecting the case that it's got the envelope in. I think they've got to take the piss out of themselves because we all did.
Definitely, yeah. So the good thing is this time around I have seen 6 out of the 9 nominees, so I'm qualified this year. Now look, I'm obviously absolutely devastated that The Disaster Artist isn't showing up on here. Like I said, I mean the whole James Franco thing was just a travesty in my opinion, and
but a knee-jerk reaction.
It should have been nominated for Best Picture. Seriously, and I'm amazed that Hollywood didn't nominate it because they, like you said, they love movies about Hollywood.
Yeah, they love movies about themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And I just think there's a lot of political red tape bullshit that went on, and that's probably why there's only 9 and not 10. But anyway, so that being said, look, out of these ones, I would like to see 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri win this. But I think it's going to go to Lady Bird, and I'm very sorry to say that because I don't think that deserves to win. But it just has that Oscar-ness to it, and everyone, like you said, everyone loves that movie. It's just such a Oscar-esque kind of a film. Yeah. So I think that will win, but I'd like to see 3 Billboards blah 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 win it. Damn it!
Attention, Martin McDonough.
Yeah, damn you.
Smaller titles, please.
Yeah, with less big words in it. What are your thoughts?
I would love to see The Shape of Water take this one. I really would. It was just, that movie just moved me. It was such a great film, and full marks to my review that I gave it. It was just one of the films where you see it on Blu-ray, I'm just going to snap it up. There's no thinking twice. Just going to take it and just watch this movie over and over. It's just such a beautiful film. I'm a big fan of Guillermo del Toro anyway, and he deserves the success.
Yeah.
I unfortunately think also it's going to go to Lady Bird because of the hype. That's the only reason why. And again, this is nothing about sexism or anything like that, but this is just that film that every year there's always an independent film that will at the last minute, snatch everything up. And I think that's what Moonlight was last year compared to La La Land. La La Land was the film that, it had its haters, but it was just the film that everybody wanted to win, and then here comes Moonlight and just snuck it.
Yeah.
So for this year, I think that The Shape of Water is my choice. I want it to win, but I really think that Lady Bird's going to sneak it.
Yeah, I agree. I think Lady Bird is going to win, and that's a shame because I don't want it to win, but it will win. So there you go. Alrighty, so there you go. That's it for our Oscar nomination prediction thingies. We're probably wrong on every single account, but who cares? That's what we think. So over to you guys.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on who's going to win this year's Oscars? Do you think we're right? Do you think we're way off? Do you think Boss Baby should be nominated in more categories than just Best Animated Feature? Yeah, it's animated. Anyway, so drop us some comments. In the meantime, head over to Jay the Bald Guy's channel and check out his stuff. He's doing really amazing reviews. We've both got prize giveaways coming up soon for Black Panther.
All right, so thanks for tuning in, guys.
Absolutely. Like I said, let us know what your thoughts are on the Oscar nominations. Drop us some comments either here or on Facebook. All the social media links are in the description below because we like to talk about movies and we would love to talk about movies with you. Catch you next time.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.